हरि ओम्। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीं प्रपन्नपारिजाताय तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनम् देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। Bhagavad Gita, a conversation with God daily. In this series, today, chapter 15, shloka number 6. न तद्भासयते सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम. In this 15th chapter, the tree of samsara was explained, and that tree should be cut right from its roots with the sword of detachment, and then that supreme abode on reaching which one never comes back, one is never born on this earth again. That abode must be searched. One must contemplate on that. Now, that supreme abode is further explained. Na tad bhasayate suryo na shashanko na pavakaha. That supreme abode is not illumined by the sun. It is not illumined by the moon also, and fire also cannot illumine that supreme abode. The sun shines brightly. Everything can be seen in the morning in bright sunlight. But if you are going to close your eyes, it might be morning 11 o'clock. The sun might be shining brilliantly. There might be daylight everywhere. But still, if you are going to close your eyes, you will not be able to see anything. That light of the sun is then unable to illumine. So, the light of the eye is greater than that light of the sun. And this Netra Jyoti, this light of the eye, also is unable to illumine when one dies. A person is dead. The Atma Chaitanya inside is gone. Now, the eyes are wide open. It is bright daylight. But still, that person is unable to see anything. So, that eye, the light of the eye, was also illumined by some other light, and now that light is gone. That is that Atma Jyoti. So, that Atma, that Brahman is actually not illumined by any other light. The sun, the moon, or the fire, nothing illumines it. It is bright on its own. It is Swayam Prakashaha. It's not illumined by anything else. Yad Gatvana Nivartante Tadhama Paramam Mama. On reaching that supreme abode, one does not come back. Generally, when you reach a place, you go somewhere means then you come back from that. That is what is the general norm. Sarve Kshayanta Nichayaha Patananta Samurchrayaha Samyoga Viprayoganta Maranantam tu Jeevitam. So, wherever you go, you have to come back one day. It is said. But here, it says, if you reach that place, you never come back. How is that? The thing is, the living being actually, because of ignorance, it feels that it is this body. It is actually that Supreme Brahman. But it feels it is the body and it identifies itself with the body. It thinks it is something separate from the Brahman. It is not the Brahman and it is that body. Now when that ignorance is removed, then that living being, that Jivatma becomes one with Paramatma. So this is called reaching that abode. And when it becomes that Paramatma, when that ignorance is gone, then it remains as that Paramatma. Thereafter, it never is born on this earth. Thereafter, it will never become ignorant again. Once it attains that wisdom, it always remains like that. And again, it is asked, during sleep, it is said, all the senses, the mind, everything goes and rests in the Atma during sleep. But the next day, when the person wakes up, again, he does all actions. He again desires for various things. He sees, he hears, and based on that various feelings, again he falls into that Maya. It happens, it attains the Atma and then it comes back to this samsara. Actually, during that sleep, that jiva is still in the clutches of ignorance. Totally, it is not freed from the upadhis. Only if you are totally free from ignorance, then nothing remains. That samsara vriksha is totally cut off. No desires are left. No thoughts, no desires, nothing. Then that person will not get up. You get up only because you have desires left. You have so many thoughts left. Those wake you up and bring you back. When everything is totally 100% cut off, then that person does not come back. He doesn't get up. Once you reach that supreme abode, that means once that ignorance is destroyed, once that identification with the body, that body consciousness is totally destroyed, then you attain that wisdom, you attain that supreme Brahman, and thereafter you never come back. ममैवांशो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः मनःषष्ठानि इन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति ममैवांशो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः. Then next it is said that Jivatma is a part of me. Only a part of me on the earth. It becomes that Jiva, that living being. How can you say Mamaivamsho a part of? You have always said Brahman is everywhere, it pervades everywhere. It cannot be cut into parts. It is total, one complete mass. Anantam, that Brahman is. You have always said, now you say a part of that becomes the Jivatma. And you also say that Jiva is that Brahman itself. That Jiva is no way different from the Brahman. How is that possible? Again, a part of it means the sun is reflected in the water. And when the water moves, it is as if the sun also moves. But once that water does not exist, then that sun also does not exist. That reflection of the sun now becomes that sun itself. It does not exist as a separate entity. Like that, this Jivatma, it is as if a separate living being is there, limited by these upadhis, the body, the senses, the mind, the intellect, everything. Because of their effect, it appears as if a separate living being is existing, as if someone called Priya is there. But once the identification with the body goes off, once totally the mind, the intellect, all the senses, everything is withdrawn inside, they don't exist at all, then whatever appeared like a separate living being, that also ceases to exist. That becomes one with the Brahman. It ceases to exist. So it was as if it existed. And when it existed, also it has all the qualities of that Brahman. It is that Brahman itself. So it is a part of that Brahman. You have a pot, and inside the pot space is present, and that is space. Outside also space is present. So whatever is inside the space is like a smaller space which is contained in a pot. Once that pot is broken, that smaller space becomes one with the total space. Like that, this Jivatma is like a part of the total Brahman, and it is contained in the pot of this body. Once this body consciousness is broken, once this body goes off, that consciousness, body consciousness, that ignorance is broken, destroyed, then that Jivatma, that contained space becomes one with that total space, with that Brahman. Manashashtani indriyani prakriti sthani karshati. How does that Brahman become that Jivatma? Manashashtani indriyani, the five senses along with the mind, all these six remaining in the avyakta, that is, they remain unmanifested. From there, they drag this living being to this samsara. Even when the living being dies, along with the soul, all his vasanas go. These vasanas, based on these vasanas, and based on his karmas, he is born again on this earth. They drag him back to this earth. Shariram yadavapnoti yachapyutkramati ishvaraha grihitvaitani samyati vayurgandhani vashayat. Shariram yadavapnoti yachapi utkramati ishvaraha. When it is born on this earth, it attains a body. When it comes down to attain a body also, it comes along with the vasanas. And when it leaves the body, when a person dies, then the soul leaves along with the various vasanas, whatever his desires, his karmas, everything travel along with him. Grihitva etani samyati vayur gandhani vashayat. Like how wind carries along with it the fragrance from a flower. When wind blows, there is a sweet smell. That fragrance is from the flower. It carries it along with it. Similarly, when the soul leaves the body, along with it, it carries the vasanas also. When it leaves and when it again attains a body. Both times it carries along with it the vasanas. Shrotram chakshusparshanam cha rasanam granameva cha adhishthaya manaschayam vishayanupasevate. And that living being actually having this body as the base, the various senses, the mind, the thoughts, that is the ear, the eyes, his nose, his tongue, all these. With all these, he experiences the various sense object, and with his mind, he experiences various feelings. So having these as the base, the living being enjoys all the sense object. Utkramantam sthitam vapi bhunjanam va gunanvitam vimudhananupasyanti pasyanti jnana chakshushaha. Whether the soul is leaving the body or whether it is there in the body and it is enjoying the various pleasures of the body. It is experiencing the various gunas, the pains, the pleasures associated with this body. In all these states, an ignorant person is unable to see it. An ignorant person is unable to realize that it is the Atma which, being present in the body, it experiences everything. It is only because of it that everything happens. And I am that Atma. I have these as the base. They are the instrument with which all these happen. Just like a mission, all these are happening. And I am that electricity inside. If I am there, everything happens. If I am not there, nothing happens. But I am not doing anything. The mission only does everything. I am not doing it. I'm just present there. Just by my presence, everything happens. This knowledge an ignorant man is unable to realize. At any stage, whether it be when he is alive or whether when a person dies, when someone is ignorant, you may see so many deaths, but you don't realize what is actually happening there. Pashyanti jnana chakshushaha, but when you attain that wisdom, then you are able to realize, oh, this person is dead. Now that Atma has left the body, so he is unable to do anything. Only when that Atma was there, everything happened. And along with the Atma, all his vasanas have also gone. Unless all the vasanas are totally destroyed, right from the root they are cut off. Unless that is done, the soul will again and again catch hold of another body. Once that is totally cut off, then the soul becomes one with that Supreme Brahman. It no longer has any separate existence. We'll stop with that for today. We'll continue tomorrow.